My beloved child, this very morning your name has been spoken in eternity, not as a lonely echo but as a song lifted by the souls who have gone before you. That call did not come by chance, nor was it the outcome of a series of random events. It is the precise arrangement of an unseen hand, the one who has seen the end from the beginning. You may think your life is small, that your steps are too fragile to stir anything beyond your reach. Yet you do not know that every breath you take, every word you utter, every tear that falls to the ground has been recorded as testimony of the journey on which I, the living God, walk with you. My child, understand this: your name is spoken today, not because you have attained perfection, nor because you have proven some extraordinary ability before the world. It is simply because you belong to me, and your very being bears the sacred imprint of the Creator. Scripture says He kept him as the apple of His eye. Deuteronomy 3:2-1-0, meaning you are preserved in the most precious place where no power can reach. You belong to me, not by merit or achievement, but by the eternal love that never changes, the love that sent my only Son into the world to shed His blood for you. That is why even when your heart feels empty, or when the wounds of the past make you doubt your worth, the truth remains unshaken. You are defined by the Father in heaven, not by the judgment or gaze of man. Those who have gone before you, your forebears, those who trusted in me through generations, now dwell in the radiant presence of heaven. They have spoken your name, not with reproach, but with affection and longing. They see what your eyes cannot yet see. They behold the tapestry of your life being woven, each color and each thread reflecting my wisdom and grace. They see the trials you endure, the battles you fight, the tears you have shed, and they know that none of it is meaningless, for these are the very materials from which a story of glory is formed. As I have spoken, all things work together for good to those who love God. Romans 8:2-8. You may think you are walking in darkness, but in truth, I am using that very darkness to paint a radiant picture that will be revealed at the appointed time. My child, there were moments when you whispered prayers in the stillness of the night, convinced no one could hear. You wept in loneliness, holding onto a fragile hope that perhaps heaven had closed its ears. But you did not know that every whisper soared straight to my throne like a sweet fragrance, and every tear you shed has been kept in my bottle. As it is written in Psalm 5:6-8, you have kept count of my wanderings. Put my tears in your bottle. I have never missed a single cry for help, nor have I ever ignored the anguish of your soul. If there is one truth you must engrave upon your heart, now it is this: you have never been alone, and you never will be forsaken. Even in the darkest hour when no one stands by you, I am there, silent yet steadfast, guiding and sheltering you. Perhaps you have asked, why must I endure so many trials? Why does my pain linger so long? My child, remember that gold is refined only when it passes through fire. The trials you face are not meant to destroy you, but to shape you into strength, maturity, and endurance. You are being prepared for a destiny greater than you can now imagine. Like the potter who molds the clay, I am using even your cracks and broken pieces to form a vessel of honor that can carry my presence and my glory. What you see as weakness, I will turn into strength. What you call failure, I will lay as the foundation for a radiant victory. Paul himself once wrote, "When I am weak, then I am strong," 2 Corinthians 1:2-1-0, for my power is made perfect in human frailty. My beloved, I know every detail hidden within your heart, your fears, the dreams you have not dared to speak, the desires that seem too far beyond your reach. You may conceal them from the world, but you cannot hide them from me. And it is in that very depth that I long to plant seeds of new hope. I want you to believe that nothing is too hard for me. I am the one who makes a way where there is none, the one who turns the impossible into possibility. All I ask is that you bring me the smallest seed of faith, and I will make it into a great tree, bearing fruit in abundance for generations. Remember when Peter dared to step out of the boat and walk on water toward my son, he experienced power that defied the natural order. So too, I am calling you to step beyond your comfort to trust me, even as the storm rages around you. Do not let the past define you, nor the words of others bind you. You are not the product of mistakes, but the masterpiece of the Creator. You are not measured by failures, but named by eternal love. You are the light in the night, the vessel of comfort, the living testimony of grace. You are a warrior trained by my own hand, a conqueror through unyielding love. And in every battle you face, I will never abandon you. I will go before you, fight on your behalf, and lift you up each time you fall. Engrave this truth in your heart. I am your Father, your friend, your refuge, your life. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. I am all in all, and you are my treasure in my hand. Therefore be at peace, be strong, and walk with the confidence that your story is far from over. In fact, it has only just begun, and it will be written in radiant chapters if you are willing to let me lead. My beloved child, I want you to know that what is happening in your life is not a scattering of fragments, but every piece is part of a perfect design drawn by my own hand. Every step, every event, every person you meet contributes to the grand picture you cannot yet see. I am the one who knows the end from the beginning, and not a single detail of your life escapes my attention. You may think you are trapped in a dead end, but I have already prepared a way out your eyes have not yet perceived. You may feel lost in a barren desert, but a spring flows beneath your feet, and at my command it will rise to quench your thirst. As I have promised in Isaiah 4:3-19, behold, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs forth, do you not perceive it? I will make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert. My child, your very life is enfolded in that promise. Look back on the days that have passed. How many times did you think you had reached the bottom, that nothing was left to hold on to, yet somehow you still stood? That was not by your strength, but because I was the one who upheld you. You may think you survived on the last breath of your strength, but it was I who breathed new life into you. You thought you were merely enduring from day to day, but I have been preparing you for a life of abundance. The doors you believed sealed forever I can open in an instant. The dreams you thought long dead I can breathe back to life, as I once brought dry bones in the valley to rise as a mighty army, Ezekiel 37. So too you are not merely one passing through meaningless days. You are a vessel being shaped to become a living witness of my transforming power. My child, the trials you are facing are not in vain. Every pain, every tear, every failure is being transformed by me to serve a purpose. You may not understand why certain doors have closed, why certain people have left, or why you must walk through such long nights. But I want you to trust that I have never let go of your hand. I use loss itself to teach you the value of what remains. I use disappointments to carve into your heart a deeper dependence on my grace. I even use your falls to prove to you that my love is stronger than your weakness. Like Joseph, betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused and imprisoned, yet in the end placed in a position of honor to save an entire nation. He could look back and say to his brothers, "You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Genesis 5:0-20. So too will you one day look back and realize that what you once thought was a burden became the very stepping stone into your destiny. My child, I know there are moments when you ask within yourself, does God really hear me? Does He care about the little things in my life? I want you to know the answer is always yes. I hear even the words unspoken. I understand the burdens you keep hidden. When you toss and turn through the night, I am the one who keeps watch. When you tremble before challenges, I am the one who covers you. When you lose direction, I am the lighthouse guiding you home. Not a single tear you shed falls unnoticed. Not a single sigh escapes my hearing. I am the loving Father, and my love for you never wavers. Do not let passing emotions cause you to doubt eternal faithfulness. Though storms may rise, though enemies may lurk, I remain your shield, your fortress, your everlasting refuge. My beloved, dare to believe that I have a greater plan for your life. Do not let present limitations bind your vision. Do not let past failures hold you back from your future. Do not let the voices of others drown out my voice. You are not defined by your mistakes, but by my love. You are not confined by fear, but expanded by the hope I give. You are not limited by what human eyes see, but set free by what I have ordained. As Paul once wrote in Ephesians 2:10, "For we are his workmanship, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand." You were created for a unique purpose, a mission only you can fulfill. And when you walk in that calling, no power can stand in your way. Do not be afraid to step into deep waters. Do not grow weary when the path ahead looks uncertain. Remember, I have gone before you. I have prepared the way for you. I have arranged every detail of your life so that all things work together for good. Be bold in your trust. Let faith guide your steps, not fear. For I am the one who has called your name in heaven, and I will never abandon you. You are not a nameless speck of dust in a vast universe, but a treasure I love, protect, and prepare for great things. You are the living testimony that my love never fails. My child, open your heart once more, for what I reveal to you is not to bring fear, but to let you grasp how vast my heart is for you. Many times you have thought of yourself as a small, insignificant soul drifting among countless others, unworthy of my notice. But I want you to know that before the first light shone upon the universe, I already knew you. I engraved your name upon the palm of my hand and wrote your story in my book. Not a single detail of your journey is random. Every step, every event, every joy, and every sorrow is contributing to a far greater picture, one that only now you are beginning to glimpse. Often you have asked me, why must I face so many trials? Why are the roads I walk always rugged without escape? My child, it is in those very trials that you learn to lean on me instead of your own strength. If everything were always easy, you would be tempted to think you could walk by your own power. But I have allowed you to pass through valleys, not to make you fall, but to teach you to lift your eyes, to know that there is one who carries you in his mighty arms. As I have spoken, those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Isaiah 40:31. These trials are not signs of abandonment, but proof that I am preparing you for something greater. Now as you look back, you will see that in every circumstance, my hand has been quietly at work. You thought at times you had strayed off the path, but those very detours drew you closer to me. You thought you had lost everything, but it was in that loss that I cleared the way for what was new and better. Just as a grain of wheat must fall to the ground and die to bring forth many seeds, you too must let go of what is old in order to step into the harvest of what is new. What you thought was the end was in truth the beginning of a new chapter in the plan I have for you. My child, I know many worries still weigh on your heart. You fear you will not have the strength to finish the race. You fear your weakness will cause you to be cast aside. But remember, my grace is sufficient for you, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. You do not need to appear strong before me. I do not demand perfection from you. All I ask is that you walk with me sincerely, willing to trust me, even when you cannot see the whole way ahead. I am the light to your path, not to reveal the entire journey at once, but to give you just enough light to take each step with confidence. My beloved, I am bringing forth a season of revelation. The time of preparation is nearly complete, and what I promised you will begin to unfold. You will see doors open where once There were only walls. You will see people I have prepared appear at just the right time to walk beside you. You will witness dreams you thought long dead come back to life, hopes you thought extinguished burst into flame again. Remember, I am not the God of just enough. I am the God of abundance of miracles beyond what you could ever imagine. And through it all, I do not only desire to transform the circumstances around you, but to transform you yourself. For the greatest miracle is not in what can be seen with the eyes, but in the change of the heart, where you learn to trust and to love me above all else. My child, let me shape you. Let me remove what is unnecessary. Let me renew you day by day. This inner transformation will be a testimony more powerful than any outward miracle the world could ever behold. Stand firm, my child, for storms may rise, but I am your sure refuge. Nations may be shaken, systems may collapse, yet you will remain steadfast because I have planted you upon an unshakable foundation. Remember this: when the world trembles, it is the opportunity for the light within you to shine brighter. When the darkness grows thick, that is when the flame I have kindled in you will burn more fiercely. I have not called you to blend in, but to stand out. Not to be swallowed up by the night, but to be the lamp that shines. My child, be assured that the path you are walking is not in vain. Every disappointment, every delay, every detour that seemed like a mistake is being woven by me into good for you. You have learned to seek me instead of mere comfort. You have chosen my presence over simply receiving gifts from my hand, and because of this, you are about to witness things beyond human understanding. Not just once, but many times you will experience the extraordinary breaking into your ordinary days, causing you to exclaim, "Surely the Lord is with me." Therefore be strong and courageous. Do not let what your eyes see shake you, and do not let the voices of doubt extinguish your faith. I am the faithful one. I never break my promises. What I have begun I will bring to completion, and that day is nearer than ever before. Prepare your heart, for what I am about to do will astonish both you and the world. Beloved child, understand that this journey you are on is not only for you, but also to become a living testimony of my power and love before this world. You once thought the trials came only to weary you, but in truth they were shaping you so that the light within you would shine more clearly. When everything around grows dim, that small light becomes all the more radiant. Therefore, do not despise your steps even when they feel slow or weak. I have seen you stand patiently while things crumbled around you. I have heard your whispered prayers in the dark, and I have counted every tear mingled with faith. You did not give up, and because of that you are standing at the threshold where the doors I have ordained are beginning to open. My child, I want you to know that nothing happens by accident. Every detail of your life is woven together by my hand, like threads in a great tapestry. You only see the tangled back with its confusing knots, but I see the full design on the front, a masterpiece. Many times you asked, Lord, why did this happen? Why must my path be so roundabout? But, my child, those very detours were guiding you away from danger and into the place I prepared. Just as Israel was not led by the shortest route but through the wilderness to learn trust, so too are you being trained to know that it is not by your strength, but by my hand that you are sustained. Now let your faith rise like a flame, for what I am about to reveal will exceed imagination. I have spoken, and I will act. No power can delay what I have set in motion. Even if the enemy builds walls, I will tear them down. Even if he schemes to deceive, I will expose his lies. Just as the morning light breaks the night, my power will scatter every hidden plan. Prepare your heart not to tremble when I move, for what you are about to witness will cause both heaven and earth to shake. You have learned to wait, and now you will reap the fruit of that waiting. I have never forgotten a single prayer you prayed. When you thought they vanished into nothingness, they were in fact gathered like incense before my throne. At the appointed time I will open the heavens and pour out the answer. Be certain of this: everything you thought was lost will be restored, and even greater than before. Just as Job, after his trial, received twice as much as he once had, so too will you experience abundance beyond your expectation. I do not only desire to rescue you out of hardship, but to place you in a new position where you will become a light for others. The trials you have endured will not be wasted. They will become testimonies that strengthen weary souls. You will speak of my faithfulness, and your words will carry power because they were birthed from the very struggles you overcame. I will turn your scars into crowns, your pain into songs of praise, and your weakness into proof of my strength. My child, look back and see if I have kept you safe. Until this very day, will I abandon you tomorrow? If I lifted you up in the past, will I not continue to do so in the future? You may not know what tomorrow holds, but you do know this: I remain the same yesterday, today, and forever. My promises do not change. My love never runs dry. My grace is new every morning. Stand firm in this faith, for the time you have longed for is drawing near. I have never chosen wrongly. When I placed my call on you, I knew all your weaknesses, your flaws, even your stumbling blocks. Yet still I chose you, because it is in weakness that my power is made perfect. I do not need your perfection. I desire your faithfulness. And that faithfulness stirs heaven, brings joy to the angels, and pleases me greatly. Now lift up your head, for a new chapter is opening. You will no longer merely survive, but walk in the fullness I have prepared. You will no longer simply exist, but live with divine purpose. You will no longer only wait for miracles, but become part of the miracle itself. Beloved child, as I lead you into this new season, you will come to see that the things which once made you tremble will no longer hold the same power over you. I do not promise that you will never face hardship, but I assure you that in every trial, my presence will be with you. That very presence is the firm foundation, the wall of protection, the inexhaustible source of strength. When I am with you, no power, whether from man or from darkness, can overcome you. As it is written, if God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:3-1. This is not merely a phrase, but a certain promise, a spiritual sword, with which you may resist every doubt and every lie. I know well, my child, how often your heart has wavered. Not because you lack faith, but because the long wait of waiting has wearied your soul. You have grown exhausted from standing firm for so long, drained by waiting for what I promised. There were moments you thought you had nothing left to give, but I say to you, even when you collapse, my hand still upholds you. Every trembling step is still a step forward, and I treasure each small effort. Each time you chose not to give up, each time you prayed, though nothing seemed to change, all of heaven grew silent to listen, and the angels rejoiced at your steadfastness. You thought those efforts were meaningless, yet they are being woven into a robe of glory that will cover your life. Lift up your head, for my doors have opened before you. The doors once shut, I will open by my power. The walls once blocking your way, I will bring down as the walls of Jericho fell long ago. You will walk paths you never dreamed of, enter places you never thought you could, not by your own strength nor by human wisdom, but because I desire to reveal myself through your life. When this happens, both you and those around you will have to say, "This surely is the work of the Lord, and all the glory will belong to me." My child, you must prepare to release certain things that cannot be carried into the new season. Not everything can come with you. There are relationships I will gently move aside, not to leave you lonely, but to free you from the weights that have drained your soul. There are doors I will close, not as punishment, but as protection. You may not understand at first, but the day will come when you look back and give thanks that I kept you from the wrong path. Like a father pulling his child back from running into danger, I shield you in ways you do not yet perceive. Remember this: I do not write unfinished stories. What I begin in you, I will bring to completion, no matter how long it seems to take. Old wounds will no longer hold dominion over you. I see the scars upon your soul, I know they still ache. But believe this, they are no longer chains to bind you, but living proof of my healing. When you tell your story, many will find hope. You will be the witness that I am the God of power, the one who turns mourning into dancing ashes into glory. So do not hide your tears of the past. Do not be ashamed of your wounds. They will shine like jewels, guiding the lost toward the way of hope. My child, be steadfast. The world will shake. There will be upheavals that leave many bewildered. But I have not called you to dissolve into that current. I have called you to stand as a pillar, a lamp shining in the dark. You will face opposition, for light always stirs the fury of darkness. Yet do not fear, for the flame I have placed within you cannot be extinguished. The world may disregard you, but in heaven you are treasured beyond measure. Even when people reject you, I will strengthen you. In that very rejection, my power will be displayed more mightily than ever. Hold on to peace, my child. Peace does not come from circumstances, but from my presence within your soul. When others are anxious, you will find a stream of peace flowing from within. When chaos surrounds, you will hear the gentle whisper, "Do not be afraid, I am here." That whisper will anchor your soul in the storm. Let my peace rule in you, for it will be the compass guiding you through the days ahead. Therefore, do not measure my faithfulness by what your eyes see. Fix your gaze on my promise, for my word never returns void. Just as rain and snow come down to water the earth and make it flourish, so my word will accomplish what I send it to do. And you, my child, are the living evidence that my word is true. You will see it fulfilled again and again until your heart overflows with the certainty that I am the eternal faithful God. Beloved one, as you walk in this guidance, I want you to know that you are never alone. Every step you take, every word you speak, every tear that falls, each one holds meaning within my greater plan. I do not merely watch you from afar. I am at your side, leading, upholding, protecting. Like a father holding his child's hand across a rugged path, so I walk with you. When you think you are walking alone, remember, the second set of footprints in the sand are mine, for I have always walked beside you. My child, the world may try to convince you that life is random without purpose, but the truth is that every detail has been arranged by my hand. You are a masterpiece, carefully woven, and I am the artisan who has stitched every thread of your life. You are not the result of chance. You are the fruit of eternal love and intention. Therefore, walk with confidence, knowing you were chosen for such a time as this. Nothing within you is wasted, and nothing is overlooked in my sight. Every gift, every longing, even every wound, all are being transformed to serve a higher purpose. My child, remember that this journey is not only to change your circumstances, but to transform you from within. I do not merely desire to give you what you long for. I desire to shape your soul so that you may become a reflection of me. That inner transformation will be the greatest miracle of all. The world may applaud external wonders, but heaven rejoices when a heart is made new. When you learn to forgive, when you choose love over bitterness, when you endure with patience, even in suffering, that is when my image shines through you. And it is this very thing that makes the angels rejoice. Do not be afraid when I remove certain things you once held tightly. Many times you cling to small things, believing they provide safety. Yet I want you to release them so that I may place into your hands something far greater, like a child holding fast to a small stone, unwilling to let go in order to receive a precious pearl, so you too have hesitated many times. But trust that whatever I bring will always surpass what I take away. You may feel loss for a moment, but soon you will see fullness far beyond measure. Trust my hand, for I never remove without giving something better in return. My beloved, what lies ahead is not meant to exhaust you, but to usher you into a season of blessing. Though you see the world shaking nations in chaos and pride brought low, still you will stand firm. For I am your fortress, your unshakable rock. I have placed you in this very moment to bear witness that the light can never be extinguished. When others lose hope, you will speak words of encouragement. When many are anxious, you will declare the peace I give. When countless search in vain for truth, you will point them to me. This is a holy calling, and you are part of this plan. Prepare yourself, my child, for the harvest is near. The seeds of faith you sowed in tears will bloom in joy. Every whispered prayer, every choice to honor me over ease, every tear of faithfulness, none of it has been wasted. It is all forming a season of abundance. You will see that nothing in my kingdom ever disappears into nothingness. Even when you thought all was lost, I was storing it in heaven's treasury, ready to be poured back upon you. Do not let deceitful voices cause you to doubt my love. Many will mock. Some will ask, where is the promise? Why has nothing changed? But remember, I do not act according to human expectation. My timing is never late, never rushed, but always perfect. Now the appointed hour draws near, and when I move, you will understand why I allowed you to wait so long. For in the waiting, I was preparing you to fully receive the blessing. My child, let your heart be steadfast, for what I do will not only transform you, but also those around you. You will become an inspiration, a living testimony that the Lord lives, a voice proclaiming that hope has never been extinguished. You will no longer be defined by your past, but will be called by the new name I give you. And when that moment comes, you will see that every step, whether painful or difficult, was worth it, for it has led you to this very point. Step out of the shadows of fear and into my radiant light. Do not look back, for what is new awaits you ahead. Do not let the past hold you captive, for I am writing a new chapter, not with ink, but with fire. This is not the end, but the beginning of something extraordinary. And you, my child, are the very character within this wondrous story. My beloved, I want you to understand that all you have experienced until now has only been the beginning. Every tear, every prayer, every season of waiting, they are like seeds sown into the earth. Though hidden in the darkness as if dead, they have been quietly germinating, and now I tell you the time of blossoming is near. You will witness what I planted within your life break forth into an abundant harvest. You will realize that not one moment has been wasted, not one prayer overlooked, for I am the faithful, one who turns what seemed meaningless into miracles. My child, as I open this new chapter, many things will shift. You will see change not only within your own life, but also in those around you. Some people will come to you not by chance, but because I have appointed them to walk beside you in this season. Yet others I will remove, for they no longer align with the purpose I am unfolding. You may feel pain in the loss of those relationships, but trust that this is my wise arrangement. I will not leave you to walk alone, yet I will not allow anything to hinder you from advancing. This change will come like a mighty wind, shaking everything that is not firmly rooted. What is built on weak foundations will collapse, but what clings to me will stand firm. Therefore, do not tremble when you see everything around you shifting. I am not the author of chaos, yet I use these shakings to distinguish between what is real and what is false, between light and darkness. I use the shaking to expose motives, to uncover deception, and to affirm what is true. When all things are shaken, you will know clearly what is worth keeping and what must be released. My child, it is in this very season that I will place a new testimony upon your lips. You will not speak of me merely in theory, but through living experience. When you share, your words will pierce hearts, for they are born out of the trials you have endured. You will become a source of comfort to those wrestling with pain, because you know what it feels like and you can point them to where healing flows. You will be a witness to those who have lost hope, because you too once stood there and I lifted you up. This is why I did not shield you from trial but walked with you through it, so that now you may be a voice for wandering souls. What I will do in this season will not only affect you, but will ripple across generations. I am the God of legacy. I do not only work for the present, but I plant seeds for the future. The faithful choices you make today will open blessings for those who come after you. Your steadfastness will lay foundations for others to walk upon. Just as Abraham obeyed me and became the father of many nations, so you too are walking the path of a holy inheritance. You will see that what you do in faith will echo long after your earthly days are over. My child, keep humility in your heart in all things. When I open doors and bring you into places you never imagined, do not let pride take hold. Remember, it is all by grace. Not because you are perfect, not because you are greater than others, but because I chose you as my vessel. When you remain humble, I will continue to lift you up. But if arrogance enters, it will become the weight that drags you down. Therefore, always remember, all glory belongs to me. It is I who began this work, I who will complete it, and I alone am worthy to be exalted. My beloved child, never forget that I love you with an everlasting love. This love does not change with circumstances, nor shift with your successes or failures. Even when you are weak, I remain faithful. Even when you stumble, I still embrace you. This love is the guarantee of all I have promised. Therefore, walk in confidence, not in yourself, but in me, the one who has called, chosen, and will fulfill. Lift your eyes for the day of my power is near. When it comes, you will know beyond doubt that every tear, every trial, every season of waiting was worth it. You will declare, truly, the Lord was with me in it all. And in that moment, your joy will be complete, for you will have seen with your own eyes my faithfulness. I want you to understand that the greatest transformation is not in what the eye can see, but in your soul. Many seek signs, longing to see the heavens open or miracles happen instantly, but the miracle I delight in most is a heart made new. When your heart learns to love instead of hate, to forgive instead of retaliate, to hope instead of despair, that is the most powerful testimony of my power. Therefore, my child, do not think that I have not acted simply because you do not yet see great outward signs. In truth, the greatest work is already happening deep within you, where I am writing a new story. This transformation does not happen overnight. It comes through long days of waiting, through nights soaked with tears, through moments when you thought you were abandoned. Yet I have used those very trials to shape you, to soften a hardened heart, to teach you compassion for the pain of others. You are no longer who you once were, and you will not cease changing until you fully reflect my image. As gold must pass through fire to be refined, so must your soul pass through hardship to shine with brilliance. And as you endure with faith, you become a witness before heaven and earth that my love never fails. Nothing you have endured has been wasted. Every disappointment, every fall, every hidden tear, I have gathered them and used them for my purpose. You thought you had wasted years, but I say to you, nothing is lost in my hands. Even your mistakes can become stepping stones when surrendered to me. I can turn weakness into strength, brokenness into displays of grace, failures into lessons that prepare you for the future. I am the one who brings good out of evil, and I am doing that even now in your life. Open your eyes to see this wonder. You are not only one waiting for a miracle, you are the miracle. Your survival through the darkest valleys, your endurance through raging storms, all testify that I have been with you. Many will look at you and ask, how could this person overcome? And in that very question I will be glorified, for they will know it was not by your strength but by my power. You will become a reflection of my faithfulness, so that all may see that the living God is still at work today. My child, I do not only desire to change you for your own sake, but so that you may be a source of life for many. The healing you have received will flow through you to the broken. The peace I have placed in you will radiate to the fearful. The hope I have planted in you will shine for the hopeless. You will be a vessel through which my love and power reach the world. That is why I have prepared you through all this time, to make you a living testimony, a letter written not with ink, but with the Spirit, written not on paper, but through your very life. This transformation will lead you into a deeper level of relationship with me. You will no longer come to me only as one who gives, but you will know me as a loving Father. You will no longer seek merely the blessings from my hand, but you will long for my very presence. You will realize that the greatest reward is not what I give, but it is myself. When you understand this, you will walk in true freedom, for you know that even if the world takes everything from you, no one can take away my presence within you. I know that at times you feel too small to be used in a great plan. You ask yourself, what can I do? Am I worthy? But I want you to know that I often choose what is small to accomplish what is great. I used a shepherd boy to bring down a giant. I used an ordinary fisherman to become a pillar of the church. I used a humble young maiden to bring forth the Savior. Therefore, do not despise yourself. You are the instrument I have chosen, and I know exactly why. You are not a mistake. You are a deliberate choice of mine. My child, walk in faith. Do not wait until you see the whole picture before stepping forward. Faith does not require seeing the entire path, but trusting that each step will be lit. I am the light for your feet, the lamp to your path. Let me continue to shape my image in you, so that you may become a reflection for the world. Do not stop halfway. Do not turn back, for what lies ahead is far greater than what you have left behind. Step forward, for a new season has begun, and you are a vital part of it. My beloved, as I bring you to the end of this season of preparation, I want you to recognize that you have been placed in the exact position within the grand design I planned from the very beginning. What you once considered heavy trials have now become the firm foundation on which you will walk. The dark days you thought would never end were only the curtain before dawn. And now the light has begun to break through, announcing a new season that cannot be hindered. You are a living witness that darkness never overcomes light, that despair cannot extinguish hope. My child, I know there were moments you wondered, why must I go through such endless cycles? Why does the promise take so long? I tell you, the delay itself was preparation. If I had given the blessing too soon, when the roots of your faith had not yet grown deep, you would not have been able to stand and hold it. But now, after a long season of patience, you have been shaped into a faithful steward. You have learned to place your trust not in what is seen, but in the one who promised. You have learned that true hope does not depend on circumstances, but on my word. And because of this, you can walk with confidence, knowing that I am faithful to fulfill all that I have spoken. My child, what I am doing in your life is not only for you. It will reach many others, even those you have never met. Your testimony will echo farther than you imagine. When others see you standing firm in the storm, they will come to me. When they hear your story, they will realize that God is not a distant idea, but a present reality, one who listens and acts. You will be the bridge, the living sign that I am still at work in this world. And through you, many will rediscover their faith, and many hearts will be awakened. Remember that your legacy is not measured by what you accumulate, but by the souls you touch. The words you speak, the small actions you do in love, will carry more weight than the great things praised by the world. Do not underestimate the influence of faithfulness. When you forgive, you sow seeds of healing. When you are patient, you sow seeds of hope. When you choose love, you sow seeds of life. And those seeds will bear fruit, not only in your life, but in generations to come. My beloved, I have engraved your name on the palms of my hands, and I have never forgotten you. Whenever you feel invisible, unnoticed, remember that I have seen you even when no one else did. I have heard your silent cries, even when everyone turned away. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are my treasure in my sight. Let this truth anchor your soul, for the world may forget, but I never do. Even when you are at your weakest, I lift you up. Even when you fall, I do not let go. The time of my action is drawing near. The doors that were once shut will open wide. The walls that stood in the way will collapse. The paths that seemed blocked will be cleared. I will do this in such a way that no one will be able to deny it is my work. You will look back and understand that everything I allowed had a purpose. Every cycle, every waiting, every tear, all were necessary to prepare you for this moment. And when it comes, you will declare, "The Lord is truly faithful. He has never abandoned me." I know you have grown weary from many battles, but now I say rejoice, for victory has already been ordained. I have given you unshakable strength. You will see the enemy flee. You will see chains broken. You will see what was lost restored. And in the midst of it all, you will stand as a monument, as living proof that I am the God of faithfulness, deliverance, and restoration. Therefore, cast away all fear, walk with the confidence that I go before you. Lift up your eyes, for a new chapter is beginning. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Do not doubt, for my word never fails. This is not the end, but the beginning of something extraordinary, and you will be a central part of it. My child, I want you to know that as you step into this new chapter, my covering over you will be clearer than ever before. You will sense that every step you take is held within my arms, like a young bird sheltered beneath its mother's wings. The world may shake, the storm may roar, but you will remain standing, for I am your strong fortress. I have set a wall of fire around you, and no power can cross it. You may see many things fall apart, but remember, in the midst of collapse, I am laying down a new foundation that cannot be shaken. Do not let fear bind your heart. The enemy wants you to believe that you will fall, that the trials will overwhelm you, but remember my promise. When you pass through the waters, I will be with you. When you walk through the fire, you will not be burned. Isaiah 4:3-2. This promise is not an empty metaphor, but an eternal truth. I have proven it throughout history. I protected my people when they were pursued. I shut the lions' mouths in Daniel's den. I walked with his 3 friends in the fiery furnace, and today I will do the same for you. When I am with you, no flame can consume you, no wave can drown you. My child, there will be days when you see the world grow more chaotic, with cries rising from many places. But let not your heart be troubled, for I have placed you in safety. This safety does not come from walls built by man, nor from the strength of weapons, but from my very presence. When all else collapses, that presence remains unshaken. It is like the pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night that led Israel in the wilderness, not only guiding, but protecting and covering. You too will be led in this way. My beloved, in this season I am not only shielding you from danger, but I am also training you. Like a soldier, refined in battle, you will learn to wield the spiritual weapons I have placed in your hands. My word will be your sword, faith will be your shield, salvation, your helmet, righteousness, your armor. You will not only defend, but also stand firm against every attack. And through each battle you will grow stronger, not by your own strength, but by the power of the Holy Spirit. Do not fear the battle, for it only reveals more clearly that I have fully equipped you. My child, remember that my protection is not given for you to shrink back in fear, but so that you may step out in boldness. I cover you so that you may testify of me, so that you may be a light in the darkness, so that you may stand firm even when many fall away. I have not placed you in a safe place only to keep you away from the world, but to send you into the midst of it, carrying light, love, and truth. Protection does not mean withdrawal. It means strength to remain steadfast wherever I send you. My child, let your heart be at peace. When the storm rises, close your eyes and know that I am still at the helm. When the waves roar, remember that once I spoke, peace be still, and the sea obeyed. You belong to the one who commands the winds and the waves. What reason do you have to fear? As you keep your trust in me, you will see that every storm is but an opportunity for me to reveal my power. And after each storm, the skies will be clearer, your faith stronger, and my love more evident than ever before. Therefore, enter this new chapter with confidence. Do not look back, do not cling to what is past. I am the one who goes before you. I am the one who walks with you, and I am the one who comes behind to guard you. You are surrounded on every side, and nothing can harm you. Walk forward in peace, in strength, in courage, for you are never alone. And remember this, in the deepest darkness, your light will shine the brightest. My beloved child, as I shield and keep you, I am also opening the eyes of your soul to see clearly the paths I have prepared. You are not called merely to sit within safety, but to walk in the high calling I have set before you. I did not create you to live a common life, but to become a living sign of my power and love in this world. You are not a lamp hidden under a bowl, but a light placed on a hill to shine for many. Therefore rise, be courageous, for my protection is not given that you might withdraw, but that you may step boldly into the place I send you. My child, you once feared that if you stepped out, you would stumble. If you spoke, others would mock. If you acted, the enemy would rise against you. But I say to you, be strong, for I am with you. Do not fear the voices of opposition, for they cannot stop what I have decreed. Do not fear the enemy, for he is but as darkness that vanishes when light appears. Do not fear your own weakness, for my grace is sufficient. You need only be faithful in each small step, and I will open the next. Just as Israel at the Red Sea saw the dry path only after stepping into the waters, so too will you see the way made clear as you step forward in faith. In the days ahead, you will sense more clearly the leading of the Holy Spirit. There will be times when you are unsure of which way to choose, but I will settle your heart with peace concerning the right path. That peace will be the sign, for I do not lead you into chaos, but into wholeness. Do not worry when you cannot see the full picture, for I am the one who knows the end from the beginning. You need only trust my hand, and each step will lay the foundation for the next. You will come to see that what I build within you is more enduring than any work of man, for it is set upon the foundation of my faithfulness. My beloved, I also want you to understand that trials are never random. I allow them not to crush you, but to train your soul. Trials are like lessons, and each one you overcome brings you closer to the maturity I desire. Just as a tree must send its roots deeper when the winds blow stronger, so you will cling more firmly to me when storms arise. In those moments you will see my faithfulness more clearly, for I will not leave you abandoned. When the fire tests you, you will see that it does not destroy but refines. When the waters rise, you will see that they do not drown but cleanse. Let your eyes be opened to perceive the true worth of the journey. The world measures success by wealth, status, or fame, but I measure it by faithfulness. When you choose me over convenience, when you choose obedience over conformity, when you choose love over hatred, these are great victories in my sight. Do not despise such small steps, for they are accumulating into a lasting legacy. On the day I reveal my glory, you will see that these quiet choices have prepared you for an extraordinary moment. My child, there are things I will unveil in time, and there are things I want you to learn to wait for. Waiting is not wasted time, it is an essential part of the journey. In waiting, your faith is trained, your patience matures, and your love deepens. You may think everything is being delayed, but in truth, I am arranging every detail with perfect precision. Like a conductor preparing for the crescendo, I am orchestrating every note in the symphony of your life. And when the appointed time comes, all will blend together into a masterpiece that will astonish both heaven and earth. I have never overlooked even the smallest detail of your life. Even the faintest whisper of your prayers in the night has reached my ears. Even the silent tears that fall are gathered by me. Nothing is missed, nothing is forgotten. And for this reason you can trust that when I promise I will fulfill. Hold firmly to that trust, for it will be the lamp that lights your way in the days to come. Therefore do not shrink back. Walk forward with the confidence that I am going with you. Let my presence be your source of strength and peace. Let my love drive out every fear. You are called not to live in timidity, but in power, in love, and in sound mind. You are the evidence that I am still at work, that I am still the faithful God for all generations. And through you many will come to realize that they too can put their trust in me. My beloved child, as you continue to walk under my protection and guidance, you will come to understand something deeper. I do not only keep you safe, but I also turn your very life into a living testimony of my faithfulness. Many will look at you and wonder, how could this person stand firm after so many storms? And they will find the answer not in your own strength, but in me, the one who has carried and covered you. Know that the safety you have is not just for your own benefit, but so that the world may see that I am still moving, that I am still the fortress that cannot be shaken. My child, the protection I give you is not so that you may escape reality, but so that you may face it with courage and faith. You will walk into places where others tremble to step because you know that I am with you. You will speak the truth even when the world tries to conceal it because you know my word is your shield. You will step through doors that seemed impossible because you carry the power that comes from me. And in each of those steps, people will see that my presence is the greatest strength in your life. My child, remember this: the enemy cannot touch your soul when you stand in me. It may try to plant fear, it may spread lies, it may build walls of despair, but all of them collapse before to my light. You have already seen that no scheme can stop what I have ordained. Even when it thinks it has won, I am turning the situation so that good may be revealed. Just as with Joseph, when what was meant for harm became an opportunity for redemption, so will you see my hand transform adversity into blessing. My beloved one, let your faith become a burning flame, for it does not only shine for you, but also for many others. When you hold fast to faith in times of trial, you become a lamp for others to find their way. When you wait patiently, you are a living proof that my promises are worth holding on to. When you lift up praise, even in hardship, you drive back the darkness. And this moves heaven itself, for I am glorified through your faithfulness. My child, remember that my word never fails. Through every generation, every promise has been fulfilled, and so it shall be for you. I am not a man who forgets his promises. I am the faithful God. Even when everything seems contrary, stand firm, for my word will come to pass at the appointed time. Believe that what I have sown into your life will bear fruit, even if it takes years. Just as a seed sprouts beneath the soil, hidden yet certain, so my word in you is at work. My child, when I protect you, I also give you peace that surpasses understanding. You will see others panic, yet within you will be a calm that cannot be shaken. You will see others give up, but you will have the strength to continue. This peace does not come from man, but from me. It is like an underground river that never runs dry, refreshing your soul even in the desert. And when others look at you, they will recognize that you carry something the world cannot give nor take away. My beloved one, my protection is also preparation. I do not keep you safe only for comfort, but to make you ready for greater assignments. A soldier is not protected just to sit still, but to be trained for battle. In the same way, I am equipping you through experience, through faith, through perseverance, so that when the appointed time comes, you will be ready to step into the place I have prepared for you. And when you go forth, you will not tremble, for you will know that I, myself, have led, trained, and protected you. My child, keep your heart open to what is new. Do not cling so tightly to what I taught you in a past season that you miss what I am doing now. I am the God of renewal, and I desire to lead you from glory to glory. What I have done in the past was wonderful, but what I am about to do is even greater. Stay humble to keep learning, keep your soul tender to be molded, and keep your eyes open to see the new doors that are opening before you. My beloved child, when I cover you, I remind you that you are not only one who is protected, but also one who is sent. You are not to keep the light for yourself, but to shine it for others. You are not to keep the peace for yourself, but to bring it to troubled hearts. You are not to keep the promise for yourself, but to proclaim that God is faithful forever. This is your mission, and this is the reason I have preserved you in every season. Therefore, my child, walk with confidence and peace. Remember that my protection never departs from you, and my promises never fail. Let your life be a lighthouse for those drifting in the dark. Let your faith be the evidence that God still lives, still loves, still moves. And as you do this, you will discover that you are living in the great purpose I ordained for you from the very beginning. My beloved child, as you step into a new season, I want you to know that this is the time for you to rise and walk in the calling I have placed upon your life. Through the past years, I have trained you, refined you, and prepared you so that you may carry this great responsibility. It is no accident that you are still here, nor is it a coincidence that you are reading these words. It is I who have chosen you for such a time as this. And now I say, be ready, for you are called to walk in strength and boldness. My child, I know there are still fears in your heart. You worry that you are not skilled enough, not wise enough, not strong enough. But my child, hear me again. I do not call the perfect, I call the willing. Your weakness is the very place where my power is revealed. You do not need to rely on your eloquence, for I will give words to your mouth when you speak. You do not need to fear failure, for I have already gone before you to prepare the way, as I spoke to Joshua. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Let this promise be the strength of your soul, for I myself will walk with you in every step. My child, this is the season when you are no longer just waiting, but the season of action. The doors are opening, and you must step through them by faith. If you remain still, you will miss the moment I have long prepared. Remember that the enemy will try to plant doubt, to make you hesitate, to make you think you are not ready. But I declare you are more ready than you think. Every tear, every prayer, every experience of the past has prepared you for this very hour. Step forward, for this is the time I am moving. My child, the journey ahead will not always be easy, but it will be filled with glory. You will face opposition, for light is always hated by darkness. You will encounter mockery, for truth always disturbs the deceiver. You will have to walk against the current, for you are not called to be like the world. But my child, take heart, for I have overcome the world. You do not walk in loneliness. You walk in the strength of the one who has crushed the power of darkness. And every time you stand firm, the darkness will retreat, and the light will shine forth. My beloved one, do not underestimate your role in this plan. I did not choose you to be a spectator, but to be a key figure in the story I am writing. You will be a testimony, a lamp, a bearer of hope for weary souls. You will speak the words I place in your mouth, and they will pierce like a double-edged sword, awakening slumbering hearts. You will lay your hand upon what seemed dead, and it will come back to life. You will see doors open, not for you to walk through alone, but to lead many others behind you. My child, guard your heart with humility, for that is the key for me to continue lifting you higher. When I give you glory, remember that the glory belongs to me. When I open the way, remember that it is I who opened it. When you reap, remember that it is I who gave the seed. Be humble, for humility will keep you standing firm, even in glory. And when you live this way, I will continue to pour blessing upon blessing, expanding your influence, so that you may become a channel through which many will encounter my love. My child, remember that I have not brought you here only to comfort you, but to entrust you with a mission. That mission will test you, but it will also bring unspeakable joy. That mission will demand sacrifice, but it will also yield eternal reward. I did not promise you would avoid hardship, but I promised I would always be with you. I did not promise that everyone would understand you, but I promised I would be your defender. I did not promise that the world would praise you, but I promised that your reward in heaven would be great. Therefore, walk with courage. Do not wait until you feel enough, for if you wait until you think you are ready, you will never begin. It is precisely when you are weak that I will make you strong. It is when you are confused that I will give you wisdom. It is when you tremble with fear that I will pour peace into your heart, and you will see that every step of obedience will lead to a season of great revelation. This is the hour for you to rise, to step out, to act. For I declare the harvest is here, and you have been chosen to be a part of it. My beloved child, I know there are still many questions in your heart. You wonder, will I have enough strength to carry what the Lord entrusts to me? Will I be able to stand when the pressure is heavy? I tell you, your strength does not come from yourself, but from me. That strength does not depend on circumstances, but on my unchanging presence. As the Apostle Paul said, "When I am weak, then I am strong." 2 Corinthians 1:2-1:0. My child, when you acknowledge your own limits, that is when you open yourself for my limitless power to be revealed. My child, take courage, for you are not called to walk alone. I have prepared companions, those who carry hearts like yours, who will support, intercede, and walk with you. There were seasons when I allowed you to walk in solitude to train your faith, but now you will see new connections I am bringing. They do not come by your will, but by my design. They will remind you that this mission is not a lonely burden, but a shared journey of a called community. And when you are aligned with the right people, strength will be multiplied, prayers will be amplified, and you will see my hand move even more clearly. Do not be afraid when opposition rises. Light will always be attacked by darkness, but darkness will never overcome the light. The enemy will try to discourage you, to plant voices of doubt and words of ridicule. But I want you to remember that your steadfastness will make the darkness tremble. You do not need to fight in your own strength, for the battle belongs to me. You only need to stand firm in truth, and I will fight for you. Just as I did for Israel at the Red Sea when they only had to stand still and see my salvation, so now you will see my hand perform wonders. My child, keep your focus on the mission I have entrusted to you. Do not let your eyes be distracted by the noise around you. There will be many voices calling you to take the easy road, many opportunities promising quick rewards. But if you step out of my will, you will lose the eternal. Remember, you are not called to please man, but to please me. When you stand firm in your calling, even if the whole world turns against you, heaven will stand with you. When you choose faithfulness, you will receive a reward that no one can take away. And when you live for my purpose, you will find a deep joy that the world cannot give. I want you to see that your influence reaches far beyond what you think. Your quiet prayers have the power to move heaven. Your small acts of love can change the destiny of a soul. Your words of encouragement can be seeds that bear fruit for a generation. Do not underestimate the small things, for in my kingdom, the small can become great. Just as 5 loaves and 2 fish fed thousands when placed in my hands, so will what you offer be multiplied abundantly. My beloved child, I know you have prayed many times in desperation, feeling as though your cries only echoed into emptiness. But I declare to you, not a single one of your prayers has been wasted. Every whisper, every tear has been recorded by me. Sometimes you do not see the answer immediately because I am arranging something greater than what you have asked for. At times I withhold my response because I desire to give you the best, not merely what you expect. And there are moments when the waiting itself is what trains you to fully receive the blessing. Therefore, do not lose heart, for the answer is closer than you realize. On this journey, faith will be your most powerful weapon. Faith is not built on feelings, but on the truth that I never break my promises. You may not feel, but you can believe. You may not see, but you can walk forward. Faith does not wait for circumstances to change before believing, but believes so that circumstances may change. And I promise you that when you hold fast to faith, you will witness things eyes have never seen, ears have never heard, and the human heart has never imagined. Do not let fear steal away your hope. Do not let doubt overshadow the light. Do not let weariness cause you to give up. Fix your eyes on me, the one who has called you, chosen you, and will complete the work. Remember that you do not walk alone, for I am your Father, your friend, your companion. And when you stand firm, you will become an inspiration for many others who will also dare to stand. This is your calling, and now is the time for you to walk fully in it. My child, when I look at the journey you have traveled, I see a person not always perfect, yet always steadfast. You have stumbled, but you rose again. You have wept in the night, yet you did not cease praying. Many times you thought of giving up, yet you kept moving forward. And this has moved the heavens deeply. You do not realize it, but every trembling step of yours has become a powerful testimony that my love is greater than every circumstance, and your faith is stronger than the darkness surrounding you. I want you to know clearly that what I am preparing for you goes far beyond your imagination. You once thought what you asked for was the limit, but I intend to give you far more than that. I will not only provide what you need, but even what you never dared to desire. As it is written, God is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that we ask or think. Ephesians 3:20. Open your heart to receive, for what I am about to do will surpass the boundaries of human understanding. And when it comes, you will know that it is my work, for no one else could accomplish it. This is also the time I want you to decisively part with the past. The disappointments, the hurtful words, the unfinished dreams, you need not carry them into the new season. I do not want you bound by what has been, for I am doing something new. Lay down the burdens that have hindered you, for they will no longer serve the path ahead. Believe that when I close a door, it is not the end, but the opening of a greater one. When I remove something, it is not loss, but replacement with something better. And when you learn to release, you will discover the true freedom I have prepared. Never think that your existence is meaningless. You were born for such a time as this. I wrote your name on the scroll before the world was formed. You have a unique role that no one else can replace. The world may overlook you, but heaven knows your worth. You are not just another face in the crowd you bear. My mark, my breath, and my plan reserved for you. Live with that confidence, for it will empower you to walk without hesitation, knowing you are fulfilling an eternal mission. My child, when you look around, you will see many who are lost, many broken hearts, many souls, thirsty yet unaware where to find the living water. I call you to be the one who carries that water to them, not by your own strength, but by my Spirit within you. When you open your mouth, I will give you the words. When you pray, I will move. When you stretch out your hand, I will touch it. And through your life, many will come to know me, to find hope, and to be renewed. This is the greater purpose of the calling, and you are the vessel in my hand. This journey is not only for today, but for generations to come. The faithful choices you make now will become a heritage for your children and for those who follow after. Just as Abraham believed me, and his faith became the foundation for many nations, so too your faith will leave a profound imprint. You are not living only for the present, you are sowing seeds for the future. And I promise you, that those seeds will bear abundant fruit, bringing blessing not only to you, but to many generations after you. My dear one, I know you have been exhausted many times, yet in that very weakness I will display my strength. You think you are small, but in my hand you can accomplish great things. You think your voice is unheard, but when I place my spirit upon it, your words will touch thousands of souls. You think your hands can do little, but when I place my power upon them, they will heal, lift, and build. You do not need the recognition of the world, for my recognition is enough. And when you live in that truth, you will walk in freedom, unshaken by either acceptance or rejection from others. This is not the end, but a transition. Everything I have done in the first 3 parts has only been preparation for you to enter the core. Now that you have been trained, protected, and called, I say to you, prepare to witness my revelation more clearly than ever before. The world will be shaken, but you will stand firm. Darkness will increase, but the light you carry will shine brighter. And it is precisely when everything seems unstable that my glory will be revealed most powerfully. Therefore, do not fix your eyes on the waves, fix them on me. Do not listen to the noise of doubt, but to my voice in the silence. Do not cling to what has passed, but open your heart to receive the new. I am the Lord who has called, chosen, preserved, and will bring it to completion. And now you are the witness that my promises never fail. My beloved child, the appointed time I promised is drawing near, and it will come so clearly that you cannot mistake it. The years of waiting, the countless prayers in the night, the silent tears, all are now connecting like pieces of a puzzle, forming a complete picture. You once thought some prayers had vanished into nothingness, but in truth they were stored before my throne, and now they are about to bloom. You will see that I have never been silent in vain. I have never delayed without purpose. Every seeming delay was to prepare for a fuller revelation, a moment that will fill your soul with awe and worship. Let your heart be ready, for when I move, it will not only change a small portion, but it will shake your whole life. You will see restoration come to what you thought was lost forever. You will see buried dreams come alive with power. You will see doors open that you never even knocked on. And all of this will happen not to exalt you, but so that all may know that I am the Lord your God, the one who is faithful, the one who makes the impossible possible. When that moment comes, you will bow down and say, truly, you have been with me through this entire journey. This revelation is not only my answer to you, but also a sign to many others. When I perform the extraordinary in your life, those around you will see and recognize that God is alive and still at work. They will be encouraged. They will find their lost faith. They will return. You will not only receive a miracle for yourself, but you will also become a living testimony to the world that my love never changes. You will be like a lamp shining in the night, a light that cannot be hidden, a flame that cannot be extinguished. My child, hold on to humility in everything I am about to do. When blessings overflow, it will be easy for you to think that you have already arrived. But I remind you, blessing is not the destination, but the stepping stone toward a deeper journey. You are blessed not merely to enjoy private comfort, but to share, to give, to become an instrument in my hand for many others. Do not let success overshadow the purpose, but let every blessing become a stream flowing outward to touch countless souls. When you walk in humility and gratitude, that blessing will never run dry. My child, the darkness will not remain still when the light rises. The enemy will seek to sow fear, doubt, and opposition, but it cannot stop my plan. Do not tremble when opposition increases, for it is simply the evidence that what I have promised is about to manifest. The closer you come to the revelation, the stronger the resistance will grow, but be steadfast. Let my word be your sword, let faith be your shield, let prayer be your very breath. You will see that no weapon formed against you will prevail, for I am the one who fights for you. In this hour, I want you not only to see your personal needs, but to discern the greater work I am doing. I am preparing a wave of restoration not only in your life, but also in families, communities, and even across nations. You have been positioned as a part of that wave. When you are faithful in your portion, it will join with the portion of many others, creating a movement that no force can quench. Walk forward with the confidence that you are contributing to something far beyond yourself, to an eternal plan I wrote before the foundation of the world. My child, keep my peace. When change comes, it may overwhelm you, but do not let your heart be troubled. Remember that I have gone before you, I am with you, and I will come behind you to protect you. You do not need to calculate every detail, for I have already ordered them. You need only obey step by step, and everything will align with my perfect will. You will see that what seemed chaotic was in fact part of a precise design, and in the end all things will come together into a glorious tapestry. This is not the time to doubt, nor the time to turn back. This is the time to believe, to move forward, to lift up your head, and know that the one who promised is faithful. You are drawing near to the moment when my glory will be revealed, and when it comes, not only will you be transformed, but the world around you will be impacted. Be ready, for the new season has begun, and my glory will shine upon your life. My child, I want you to understand that when the moment of fulfillment draws near, you will feel the final trials pressing in more intensely than ever. They do not come to destroy you, but to refine you and make your faith firm. You will see the darkness trying to thicken. You will hear voices of doubt echo in your mind, and you may even feel moments when you want to give up. But beloved one, that is only the sign that dawn is about to break. The night is always darkest before the sunrise, and resistance is always fiercest right before my glory is revealed. Therefore, do not fear, do not grow weary. You are standing on the very threshold of a remarkable change. Faith, my child, is not believing when everything is easy, but believing when you have nothing left to cling to but my word. When you choose to stand firm, though your eyes see nothing, you are shaking the heavens themselves. The angels rejoice when they see a frail human choosing to trust in the Almighty. Your faith is a fragrance rising before my throne, proof that you love me, not merely for what I give, but for who I am, the faithful one. And when you hold fast to faith in the fiercest hour of trial, I will pour out blessings beyond all that you have ever asked or imagined. Be careful, do not let your eyes fix only on circumstances. Your eyes may see delay, but let your heart gaze upon the promise. Your ears may hear the voice of criticism, but let your soul listen to my whisper. Do not fear, I am with you. The world may say you have missed your chance, but I say that my timing is always perfect. Hold firmly to trust, for the truth is not in what you see, but in what I have spoken. When you stand upon my word, no situation can shake your hope. My beloved, this is also the time I want you to boldly declare the truth. Many will mock, many will doubt, but your voice will bring encouragement to those in despair. When you proclaim that I am faithful, you are planting seeds of hope in the hearts of others. When you share about your waiting, you are teaching them that waiting on me is never in vain. And as you do, not only will you grow stronger, but many will be lifted up. Remember, you are not living only for yourself, but you have been placed to be a lighthouse for those adrift upon the sea of life. My child, I know that waiting can weary the soul, but in the waiting I have given you treasures of immeasurable worth. You have learned patience, endurance, and trust. You have learned that true blessing is not receiving everything instantly, but knowing that I will fulfill all things at the right time. Those seemingly empty days were in fact the season when I engraved upon your heart that you cannot live without my presence. And now you will step into a harvest not only with joy, but with wisdom forged through the passing years. My child, I want you to see that the blessing about to come is not merely the answer to your prayer, but the affirmation that I am the God of covenant. I do not bless simply to please you, but to show all that my word is trustworthy. When I act in your life, it will be proof to many others that they too can place their trust in me. You will become a testimony that God does not change, that He still listens, still answers, still remains faithful to His children. This is part of the mission you carry, to become a living witness of my unfailing love. My child, hold on to humility, for great blessing can easily lead the human heart into pride. Remember that all glory belongs to me. When you are lifted up, use that position to exalt me, to strengthen the weak, to share goodness with those in need. Do not treat blessing as treasure to be hoarded, but as a river that must flow. The more you give, the more you will receive. And in this way, your life will become an unending stream of blessing, never running dry. Beloved one, in this moment, let my peace rule your heart. That peace will be the compass guiding you through every turning. It will keep you from panic in the face of change, from trembling in uncertainty, from wavering at the noise of the world. Guard that peace as the most precious treasure, for from it you will know how to walk, how to speak, and how to act. My peace will become the foundation on which you stand firm while the world around you shakes. Therefore, my beloved, remain steadfast to the very end. Do not turn back, do not give up, do not allow anything to dishearten you. You have come too far to stop. You are too near to the promise to abandon it. Keep moving forward, for the fulfillment is right before your eyes. Hold on, to hope for blessing is on its way. Lift up your head, for my glory is about to cover your life. And when that moment comes, you will see that every trial, every tear, every long day of waiting was worth it all. My beloved, when I bring you to the end of this journey, I want you to look back and realize that I never left you for a single moment. Every tear of yours I have gathered, every sigh has risen to my throne. Even in the times you thought yourself most alone, it was then that I was nearer to you than your very breath. You walked through dark valleys, yet never once did I allow the darkness to consume you. I held your hand tightly, and because of that today you are still standing. Know that this journey was never meaningless, for every step has been leading you to the glorious moment about to be revealed. My child, this is the hour of fulfillment. No longer just a distant hope, no longer waiting in weariness, but the clear unveiling of my word. You will see what I have spoken come to pass. You will walk into places you once only dared to dream of. You will lay hold of blessings you once thought impossible. And when it happens, you will no longer doubt that it was I, the Eternal One, who has done it all. You will bow in praise, and those around you will know that God is faithful not only in His promises, but in every smallest detail of your life. When blessing comes, remember, it is not the end, but the beginning of a new journey. I give to you so that you may become a source of blessing for many. You will be set as a witness, declaring that I still act, I still love, I still redeem. Do not keep what I give for yourself alone, but share, give, and let the flow of grace spread through you. When you live as a channel, the blessing within you will never cease to increase, and your life will become a fountain that never runs dry. The enemy will even try to use blessing itself to tempt you. He will seek to make you think you achieved it by your own strength, to plant pride that would draw you away from me. But my child, hold on to humility, for it is the shield that guards you from falling. Always remember that everything you have comes from me. When you remain humble and grateful, blessing grows deeper and more enduring. But if pride is allowed in, it becomes a burden. Therefore engrave it upon your heart that all glory belongs to me, and you are but an instrument in my hand. This unveiling is not for you alone, but for a world starving for hope. When I perform wonders in your life, many will look and turn to me. When you tell your story, they will be encouraged. When they see you stand firm, they will believe they too can stand. And so, you will become a light not only for a few, but for a whole generation. This is the legacy I desire to leave through your life, a life that reflects the love, the faithfulness, and the glory of God. My child, let your heart overflow with joy, for this journey does not end in tears but in songs of praise. The tears of yesterday will turn into smiles. The sighs will become hymns of thanksgiving. You will sing, "The Lord is truly faithful, His mercy endures forever." And as you sing, your soul will be lifted, for the burden will be gone, replaced with perfect freedom. You will walk no longer bound by the past, but with the wings of hope and love. I call you to remain faithful even after the promise is fulfilled. Do not let blessing cause you to forget the one who blessed you. Do not let success draw you away from communion with me. Continue to seek me not only for what I give, but for who I am. Remember that the greatest reward is not the blessing, but my presence within you. When you keep this longing alive, your life will never run dry, but will always overflow with my love and my power. My child, no matter how the world shakes, no matter how the darkness increases, you will shine. You will be an oak of righteousness planted by the hand of the Lord to display His splendor. You will bear fruit in every season, your leaf will not wither. And when the world looks upon you, they will know that there is a living God who is still at work. This is the highest calling I have entrusted to you. My beloved child, you have walked a long journey, and now you are stepping into a great harvest. Be assured that I am the one who has called you, chosen you, kept you, and will bring everything to completion. This is not the end. It is only the beginning of something even more glorious. And you, my child, are the living testimony that my love never fails, and that my promises are always fulfilled in their appointed time. Thank you for listening to today's message. Be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that together we may continue receiving the living word-building, unshakable faith and walking in the boundless love of God. Amen.